From the pages of Wrestling World, March 1963, the cover explodes with bold letters and dramatic images, promising the best in wrestling coverage. And inside, the magazine wastes no time by delivering its picture of the month. A striking shot meant to remind fans that wrestling is more than a sport. It is a spectacle. Then straight into the letters to the editor, where fans pour their hearts out from across the country, some praising stars like Dick the Bruiser, others demanding more coverage of Penny Banner and the Florida circuit, others quick to correct mistakes from past issues, proving how detail-obsessed and fiercely loyal readers already were in this early 60s boom. Wrestling World giving them the space to have their voices immortalized in print. Then we roll into the features, beginning with Lou Sahadi's portrait of Bobo Brazil, the quiet giant, telling the tale of a massive man from Benton Harbor, Michigan, who found his way to Madison Square Garden, where he was adored for his gentle demeanor outside the ring and his devastating power inside it. Sahadi painting him as patient but determined, waiting for his long-overdue shot at Buddy Rogers, describing his arsenal from the abdominal stretch to the Coco Bump, the giant depicted as a hero for people of all backgrounds. The first black star to headline major cards, embodying dignity and strength. Then Jacob stirs the pot with Who is the Destroyer, peeling back the mask but not quite revealing the face of the man who conquered Fred Blassie in Los Angeles. A technical wizard who abandoned sportsmanship for arrogance. His figure 4 leglock described as inescapable. His self-proclaimed million-dollar legs elevating him to the top, and the mysterious vow that if ever beaten fairly, he would unmask himself, driving curiosity from fans coast to coast. Then, in an audacious twist, the magazine hands the microphone to handsome Johnny Barend in his own piece, I Am the World's Handsomest Wrestler, where Barend writes about himself in grandiose tones, claiming that mirrors confirm his beauty daily, recounting stories of women fainting in the aisles, of fans mobbing him at airports, of having to wear sunglasses indoors because his radiance was too much for admirers, mocking other wrestlers as ugly brutes, positioning himself as the smartest, strongest, and best-looking star alive. It's pure ego turned into print, and it's glorious. Then Lou Sahadi shifts gears again with the Kangaroos and Red Berry 2, celebrating the infamous tag team of Al Costello and Roy Heffernan, Australians who once thrilled crowds but under the guidance of their eccentric manager, Wild Red Berry, became one of the most hated duos in the country. Their army jackets, boomerangs, and Berry's bizarre, verbose promos turning arenas into riot zones. The piece recalling the crowd reactions, the fights outside the ring, the legacy of a team who changed the image of tag wrestling. Then we turn international with Al Goldfarb's Rikidozan, Harikari Before Dishonor, a searing profile of the Japanese icon, described as a millionaire, a hero, and the man who carried his nation's pride after the war. His matches with Fred Blassie in Japan, so violent and so bloody that fans fainted and some even died from shock. The article stressing Rikidozan's vow that he would commit harikari before facing dishonor in public, painting him as larger than life, his karate chops described as lethal weapons, his honor code presented as sacred. Then Bob Kramer provides Arnold Skaaland says Japanese wrestlers are too scientific, offering a view that the style of Japanese grapplers was overly technical compared to the brawling Americans. Skaaland saying fans want action, not endless holds, while Al Goldfarb Sir Alan Garfield. Tea and Crumpets turns the spotlight on another colorful character from the mat, showing the eccentricities of British-inspired wrestling royalty. The articles flowing into the magazine's statistical backbone, the world ratings, giving readers the coveted top 20 and fueling endless debates at barbershops and arenas alike. Then Fanland, where fans share poems, drawings, and notes, a reminder that wrestling's culture has always been participatory. Then Harvey Kapuler's Inside Wrestling World, offering his take on the politics, the promoters, and the shifts happening behind the curtain, bridging the gap between kayfabe and reality even in 1963. But Wrestling World didn't just give words, it gave images. The glossy portraits for framing, presented in living black and white and sepia tone glory. Edouard Carpentier caught in a heroic stance. The Hillbillies with their rustic charm. Miguel Perez and Vittorio Apollo staring proudly. And more, portraits that fans could tack on their walls or pin to bedroom doors. Keepsakes in a world before trading cards and glossy posters were common, making this magazine both souvenir and shrine. And then there are the ads, which in themselves become time capsules. LaSalle University offering correspondence law degrees to help young men become leaders. Brandon Fell's scalp applications, promising to regrow your thinning hair. Charles Atlas with his eternal boast to transform 97-pound weaklings into muscle-packed he-men in just 15 minutes a day. Encyclopedia sets advertised as made simple, urging readers to master subjects without classrooms, all promising that for a few dollars and a stamp, your life could be forever changed. Each ad screaming mid-century hope and hustle, right beside the wrestling coverage that promised action and drama. By the time the issue closes, Wrestling World has delivered a kaleidoscope of content. Fan voices, cultural icons, masked mysteries, arrogant egos, international legends, technical debates, full-color portraits, and the advertisements that anchored an era, all stitched together in a rolling barrage of words and images that captured professional wrestling's golden age. Bobo Brazil is framed as a hero waiting for destiny, the Destroyer as a villain reveling in anonymity, Johnny Barend as a narcissist in love with himself, the Kangaroos as tag team rebels, Rikidozan as a godlike warrior prepared to die before dishonor, Skaaland as a commentator on the clash of cultures, and the readers themselves as part of the story through letters and submissions. This March 1963 issue isn't just a magazine. It's an artifact of a world where wrestling was booming across arenas from New York to Tokyo, where managers and fan clubs mattered as much as championships, and where every page felt like an invitation to believe. From the pages of Wrestling World, the pulse of 1963 still beats, loud, colorful, proud, a chorus of voices, a gallery of giants, and a time capsule of an age when the ring was the most dramatic stage in the world.